Okay. Hey everyone. Does my chat work by any chance? A little like, someone put like okay. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'm really trying to okay, thanks for the hello. Just want to make that. Okay, this is much better than the Periscope I was doing. Okay. So we're going to talk about Isaac Kappy and what the situation is and what happened. I don't know if anyone followed his videos here, but here is the closet. Isaac Kappy. You don't know who Isaac Kappy is? If not, then that's okay. But this stream is pretty much for the Isaac Kappy situation that just happened. It's an interesting situation because many people are claiming that he was murdered, he committed suicide, all sorts of things. But I'm really just trying to get some information out that's correct, because a lot of people are saying that he was on drugs, something about a drug dealer, or I don't know. But from what I know and have seen him every day, he just smokes weed. And yeah, he smokes cigarettes. Yeah, he drinks alcohol. But I mean, I don't think he had time to do any of those things, like meth. Apparently, from people were saying, cocaine and speed. And for someone that doesn't have much money, I don't think they're gonna go off and rip off a drug dealer. So that definitely is out of proportion and not real evidence for what people are claiming. So I have this timeline from March 19th, 2017 to October 13th of 2017 that pretty much gives a whole timeline. He wrote here, here's the timeline, and Anon helped me organize it to make it easier for you to research. He provided annotations to give you insight on where to look to confirm parts of my story. So, I have the timeline here. Let's see. So basically it goes off with going to a party at Seth and Claire Grant's house, finding a ride, Tyler Shields. The night ended with only Seth, myself, and the brother-in-law, Bill Johnson. Did the Illuminati get him? That I don't know, because it's a really complicated situation about that, to be honest, because I have some pretty darn evidence about his, let's just say I have pretty decent access to some things around here and his location, as you can tell. So, from what I have learned just recently, so I know, from what I know, is Thursday I saw him running down the street, and I was like, oh, look at that crazy guy. Because I mean, like, if you see Isaac, he's got this crazy hair, and it's just like, it's kind of like, what's that homeless man running from, type of thing. But it wasn't. So I saw him on Thursday around 4 to 5 p.m. running, and then Friday I went to the liquor store to go grab some chips and such, and Friday night around 8 to 9 p.m. I saw a black car at the location where I'm at, and really unsure who was there, but I didn't want to be a rat and like tell my neighbor, hey, Isaac's got some friends over, like, what do I do? So I just let that be, and then it seems that he left Saturday to go to Williams, Arizona, and then Belmont, Arizona Sunday. And it says Kingman, Arizona on Saturday. What notes am I reading? Well, I'm reading his bank statements. That's what I'm reading. So, I mean, Isaac Kappy. So, if you got that, then, you know, I'm just not really trying to give out too information because, you know, it's one of those things. It's a chess game. But basically, so what I pretty much found out is he drove 350 miles from our location to Williams, Arizona. Then he drove from Williams, Arizona to Belmont, Arizona, which was 23 miles. And then Belmont to Kingsman, Arizona, which is 126 miles. And the last transaction was Sunday, 5:13 at the Days Inn in Belmont, where apparently that's where his car was found, and apparently had a blown off tire. So from me and my neighbor knowing and talking to him, he pretty much came home, from what my neighbor said, Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday, and he pretty much was like, oh, you can have this, you can have that, this is all for you, this is, like, he basically was already getting rid of his stuff. But mind you, he's done this before. When he went down to visit Fiona, he did the same thing to my neighbor, like, this is for you, this is for you. Let's see. I think he came back, and I know he gave her a hug and told her, like, he'll see her soon type of thing. And he kind of left in a rush. And she said that he had a lot of dark energy on him. And he was more like, let me just show you this. I mean, it's definitely... Hey there. No problem. I mean, I'm just trying to get this going to show evidence. Like, look, this is Isaac's art, so obviously I'm not lying. Like, I'm being 100% truthful. Here's his hat. You know, there's a little bit things in here that I'm just trying to give, like, the real truth. Like, he never did drugs, besides smoking weed, but I don't consider that a drug. Yeah, I think he drank, you know, the small little vodka bottles down at the liquor store and come back up. Yeah, he smoked cigarettes. But okay, so before he left, this happened. Okay. This happened. Here's another one of his art. And this over here happened as well. So that's pretty much it on that note. But a lot of the drug situations and the drug dealer, I mean, this guy had agoraphobia, so I really don't think he really went out to meet, like, drug dealers because, I mean, he was definitely rude and egotistical, and he couldn't really make friends. In a way, like, not to be a hater, but he was a really good person, even though, like, he was Hollywood, so it was really hard for him to know on a scale of how to react with normal people. What city am I in? I would release that, but I don't want to release where I am located either, so I'm kind of like, was a little shaky kind of putting this on just because it is a situation. State, Cali State. Definitely not Los Angeles, not NorCal either, so But here is his last. Well, you guys probably already saw that, but whatever. I guess what can you do? All right, so see, it says 5:14, but that was Sunday. The day's in Belmont. So I don't know. I'm really just trying to like put this information out. I don't really know too much. I just know him as a personal person. I stopped watching his like whole videos about him talking just because I felt kind of weird if I knew him on a personal level. And I already had known a lot of the MK Ultra, Chicken Hawk, so many other type of conspiracy theories, but more like conspiracy facts. So it kind of was just like a here and there. I'd come and help my neighbor, just do whatever she needed to do. Like, he would never lift a finger, and he's been living here for like a whole year for free and things like that. And she just was helping him for the movement and things like that. But I don't know. Him just randomly dying just kind of is a little of a trip to me, just because I know he was not suicidal. Although I do know he had really dark energy, and there was something sucking him in a way. I mean, he was a healthy dude. Like, this is Mr. Organic, has to make juices every day. You don't even understand how many hours I've heard that Jackets and Brackets song. Even till it's like 3 a.m, just hearing the same song over and over. No drugs, just weed. Maybe drink some little tiny bottles that you buy at the liquor store in the front counter. You know, he liked his American spirits. But other than that, drugs, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, I knew him every day. I mean, he was pretty much like a super health nut freak. You know, like, so sad. Like, you know, like his hats. It's so bad. So, and all his art, I mean, I know he kind of like, there's a lot more to it, to be honest. There's a really kind of a lot of stuff, like, just like with everything, like, there's not just one thing where you stop at. There's like 10 more things that like either get uncovered or you start realizing like, damn, that is right. So, does anyone have any questions or anything you want to talk? Anything about his timeline with Seth Green and Claire? It's kind of a scary situation, because this one, they say they brought child's toys as a housewarming gift to the party. And I remember Paris and Bailey making fun of the very weird housewarming gift, but they didn't have no idea. Yeah, I'm his neighbor. And probably one of his last friends that he had. Was Isaac sad in the end? I don't know if he was sad, because when you go through that much stuff and that much knowledge and awareness, it's like, what is sad anymore? You know, like, a lot of it is sad, but you have to go, who punched the wall? I'm pretty sure it was him. So, and his last video too, does he have family? Yes, he does have family. His mom hasn't contacted us back, so I don't know what's going on. I do know his ex or something like that is going to be, already talked to the police and things like that. Yeah, I don't think he wasn't alone, because I know those dogs personally, and I pretty much help take care of those dogs too. And Mickey, I don't know. That's what the dog, yeah, I didn't even notice that until people were talking about it, and I looked more into it. But when I was actually doing it, like, like listening, I could hear the one that was actual making noise. He makes noise all the time, but only when somebody is like kind of annoying him. Whereas like the other dog, you hear like a very faint like very very tiny. It's like almost as if this dog doesn't know how to bark. That one's another dog. So there's two dogs in the video that aren't his, but they like, yeah, there was someone there. And I guess another person said they were here and didn't see anyone. So I'm assuming someone else came after I saw the black car here on a Friday night. Yes, he did record. That's why I decided to make this my little spot, because honestly nobody would really believe me. I feel like if, I have the actual, evidence himself. See, one says it was another dog that said stop. Like, no. I know those dogs like ins and out basically. So, I can differentiate between that one dog rather than the other dog, and they were saying stop to the wiener dog. So yeah. And the wall, I have no idea what this wall is, because when my neighbor got home from working down in LA, yeah, there's damage to the room and some to the house too. She said that the house was in such a wreck. I don't know whose black car it was, but I believe it was like a Hyundai hatchback type of car. So I don't know anything about the police, because this location is the only place that is located in his like voter registration and his mail. So I don't know. I've been kind of playing chess, where I've been kind of waiting on what's the next situation, because I don't know, it's kind of scary. I have a lot of tangible stuff, and I'm trying to go through it first before other hands do, just for the safety and knowledge of whatever, So a car and a man saying stop, but T1 says no. Yeah, no, there was a man. That's what I wanted to come out with, this like information, because the drug dealer stuff and whatever, honestly, if a drug dealer was to go kidnap you, you're gonna not be found. End of story. Psh, he's broke. He got more money than me. But yeah, he was also sending money to a couple of people, and he was getting money sent from a couple of people, so I have their names. I'm just not trying to release them, but I do know he was talking to the vegan Mikey dude. Yeah, then if that's the case, yeah, because I did the kind of sense, unless he left here on a Saturday and he somehow made it there and then he came back, because he left, I think she said Sunday night around 6 or 7, around sundown. So, and it takes about 5 to 6 hours to get from our location to where he was found dead. So, if he left our location at 7, it would be, have I seen a black car before? I don't know. But, I know there was a girl there that night too. And she came by and talked to my neighbor. I wasn't here the other day, but she came by and talked to my neighbor. And then, I think she said it was just her and some other girl, and they already came. I was kind of a little, not annoyed, but I didn't want them to go through his stuff. When I saw his yellow glasses gone, I was like, who took them? Because, I just I'm very, I can't trust anyone, really. So who is this man? He says he was alone, but he heard him say stop, and you saw a girl too. Yeah, I don't know what woman it is, because I do know, which is his original girlfriend named Kate, that used to come out here, but they had a fallout and broke up and became friends. And then some other girl he was talking to, but I never met her, and I never met the other one either. So, but I guess the Oregon girl, Kate, is going to be talking to the police, and I guess the police already went to her place. So I don't know that like much situation. Yeah, then that might be her. I'm not sure. I never but that's her name, Kate. How did so it was just like, okay, like for me, I used to work at a smoke shop, and I used to talk to this lady, and we would talk about Illuminati and a bunch of other things like that, and um satanic people, and just information, just some things, like even I would be like, oh, okay, is this lady crazy? But there'd be like situations where she'd be like on point. So, me and her became really good friends. And then one time she just brought in Isaac. I think it was August. And she brought in Isaac, and it tripped me out because I watched his videos all the time and about this pedophilia stuff. And then after the pedophilia moment, I see him in real life, and it tripped me out because it's like, okay, like, yeah, you can watch it on YouTube, but then when it really comes into your tangible presence, it's like a whole nother world that just opens up, and it's like you don't really know what to do. And I've tried to talk to him about, MK Ultra, Project Monarch, John C. Lilly, Bryce Taylor, just a lot of people that were into a lot of like that kind of stuff. And he didn't really want to talk about it. So I didn't know if he was someone that was, did a woman named Aurora? No, but I will write that name down because I will ask my neighbor about that too. She's in the front, but she doesn't want to really talk about it all because we got other things that we got going on in this book that talks about parasites and Morgellons disease. So there's like so much more depth to it. So Kate was there, and well, I think Kate lives in Oregon, so I don't think Kate was here. And I don't know, from what my neighbor says, that he took on a lot of dark energy, like negative energy, demonic possessions. Like I know he was doing gold stocks, and he lost all his money on that. Like, yeah, he had some sort of gambling issue, but I don't really know what he did wrong. Do I think he killed himself? I want to say no. But then again, I also want to think that he did as well, just because, like when a man has nothing to lose, they're gonna give up their stuff. They're gonna be like, hey, here's my computer, here's all these coins that I had, or here's this jewelry that I loved, or something like that, and he's just gonna, give it to you, like just no regards of coming back. I think he might have been alone, and I kick myself because I saw him Thursday, and I'm like, I should have stopped and said what's up, and Friday I wanted to stay and stop and say what's up, but like I also have a dude, so it's kind of like I can't come check on a 40-year-old dude, type of thing. So it's kind of like, even though I come and check up on the dogs while my neighbor is gone working for the week. And yeah, the dogs are totally fine. They were definitely unhappy. I think that, yeah, someone being here didn't make them happy, but they're fine. No, I have his personal belongings. That's why I'm trying to go through it as fast as I can, because I don't want anyone to to go through it, but yeah, it's just there. Yes, I have seen that as well, and that's what trips me out because he does blink twice on that video, and that's what trips me out because like I look at his bank statements, and Thursday he was here, and I saw him Thursday at 4 to 5 p.m. running. Friday, I saw the black car around 8 to 9 because it was dark time, and I went to the grocery store at dark time. I think it was probably 9 o'clock more of on a Friday. Saturday, it says purchase authorized on 5/12, where I'm located. And, see. Then purchase on 5/12 Saturday. Cannot hear. Am I frozen? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. All right, so Saturday purchase authorized on 5/12 here at the gas station where we're located. Then purchase authorized on 5/12 Saturday at the Love's Travel Stop, 553 Williams, Arizona, and it was in category gasoline. But he only spent like $11, so I'm assuming that was cigarettes. And because he liked the American Spirits, and those are about $10. And then so purchase authorized on Sunday, 5/13 in Belmont, Arizona, for $2.19. And Sunday is when he had left this location here, so I don't know what was going on. Then he got a deposit from Etsy on the 14th, and it says purchase authorized on 5/12 Love S Country, Kingman, Arizona. And then purchase authorized Saturday, 5/12 Love S Country, Kingman, Arizona for $3.80. And also, yeah, that 1-2 was also for 666. So I don't know if that's also something. But coincidence, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But purchased on Saturday, 5/12 Kingman, Arizona for $27.67. And then purchase authorized on 5/13 Sunday, Days Inn in Belmont for $67.08. And that was the last that he had. I don't think so. We talked to his mom, but she hasn't called back or anything, but he did leave us their number. The one thing he did leave on our fridge was to research the University of St. Louis about Lyme's disease. And I don't know anything about the funeral or memorial service. I'm actually just curious about the autopsy to see what was happening. But yeah, like mind you, like he was literally driving back to back. So he was driving like, and then apparently I guess he did have a blown out tire. Found his car at the Days Inn. People think it was a rental, but no, he had a Hyundai. I mean, this is a man with very little stuff, just trying to make it in life. See, okay, with a teenager situation, that I don't know, but I know if you're considered a teenager, you don't have to reveal your identity. So that could be something. I wouldn't know, to be honest, but I do know that if you're under 18, you don't have to reveal your identity about anything, which I think is kind of odd. But I do know also, too, that so I'm at my neighbor's, and the neighbor of the neighbor saw him, I think Thursday, he said, praying and meditating. So I do feel like he did know where he was going. I do feel like that. But then I also I've gone through his computer. It's clean. I mean, I just don't have anyone to trust to. So, but yeah, and I guess the call was from that T1 dude. So, I mean, if someone's saying he's a discrediting info, whatever person, then I'm not about that life. I mean, I definitely am trying to start a podcast later and down in life, but I just kind of like was really sick of a lot of what people have been saying. I actually didn't find out through I found out through a girl who actually stopped talking to me about a year ago because I told her that he was my neighbor, and she like blocked me and stopped talking to me and things because she didn't want me to like tell him where she lived, like as if I would in general. Like I don't even want people to know where I live, first of all. So yeah, and there was a call, but I don't really know too much. I mean, it's just a really shitty situation because I really wish the bank statements would at least put like a time stamp on like when he purchased this stuff, because it would really help out like a lot. And I don't know that area. I don't know that at all. No, actually, I've been trying to get in contact with Mikey because he's been sending Mikey money and for the past months. So I just am trying to, at least if I can find like a little lead or help someone with a lead. No one's been here at this location. He's pretty much been alone. Besides knowing me, I mean, I'm just a girl from up the street, so it's not like, you know, I'm like his friend, but it's like you don't really realize people are your friends in your everyday life until they're gone. So it's kind of like, yeah. I mean, he was narcissistic. He was pretty ego-minded. Wouldn't clean up after himself. He was like a teenager. But he was really funny. Classical dude. Prodigy, creative, genius. Artistic genius, that's for sure. They have boots on the ground. I don't know. Half of me really wants to take a road trip to the location where he died, because it's like gonna bug me. But I'm like, I don't even know. I'm like, got a half-ass car. But girlfriend, the boots on the ground verified the dogs were okay. What dogs? The dogs that are here? Yeah, I don't think he had a girlfriend. I don't know why his thing says that he's married, but he's not married, from what I know of. Yeah, no. Let's see. T1 says his boots on the ground verified the dogs were okay. The dog's been here. Dogs are here. Have been there checking on dogs. Oh man, that cough was bullshit. No. Alright. I'm gonna go ask my neighbor real fast in the other room, and I'll be right back, okay? Because this is some bullshit. Alright. Oy vey. Okay. Alright. So no. The two girls that were here was Alicia and Diane. Those are the two ones. Here, I'll even show you a little preview of this dog. Where are you at, boy? Yeah, you're fine, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yeah. Okay. Did he act paranoid? I mean, who doesn't? That's the thing. Like, who doesn't act paranoid in this situation? He was always locked up in his room. He would come out real fast, smoke a cigarette. Not even a full cigarette, just a few puffs. Come back in, lock himself in the room, and then talk to people. My neighbor did say, like, he was talking to some people on the phone, and she was, like, telling him to stop because it was getting really negative, and, like, his whole, like, demeanor changed after this one point. So, I don't know, because another thing, too, like, in his video, he says planted seeds of consciousness, and if Isaac was under MK Ultra, like, usually what does happen when they start remembering themselves, they do go into suicidal issues and things like that. So, did any men with accents? I don't know. From my neighbor told me this one, she said that I think he did talk to this black guy, and it seemed pretty dark energy from there. But I don't really know. She was pretty much working in LA for the whole week that this had happened. So that's why I also kind of kicked myself in the butt, because I kind of was supposed to check on him more like the dogs, but it's just kind of, weird checking on a 40-year-old dude when I have a dude for myself. So, but did he ever say anything about being stalked? No. I know he took his iPad, I think, from what my neighbor told me. So, because I looked through his computer and it's pretty much just like it's headshots, some music. No, but oh man, I feel like if he took some DMT, it would have changed his life. So, but I did give him a little mushroom one day, and I don't think he took it. But this was like when I first met him. I thought that I would help him out. But I don't know anyone's name. I don't know who he talked to, other than... Yeah, I don't even know who talked on the phone. I don't know if I can access that information. So... And yeah, he had his own car, but I don't think he was allowed to drive. I think that, from what he had told me, they took his license away. So, yeah, I had to drive him to LA to go pick up a lot of his art. And I'm okay. I'm fine. It's not like, yeah, it's a big deal. It totally is, but it's like, I'm more shook up, if anything, I think. He had a Hyundai. It was a brown Hyundai. More like a light brown. We saw him driving on his last Instagram stream. See, man. See, I feel like you guys definitely know a little bit more than me. I just know, like, a few things. But I do have these girls' numbers. I don't know why they wrote down a lawyer, too. But... And I also have his ex-girlfriend's, I think, number. So. Didn't someone say he was a passenger on that video? Yeah, no, he drove that shit illegally, for sure. But, like, he had agoraphobia to begin with. So, I mean, yeah. Am I a believer in the Cube movement? I don't know, to be honest, because I haven't really followed this whole movement thing, to be honest. I pretty much, like, skim through it, I guess you could say. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely do know a lot of stuff, and probably the main reason why I don't have a lot of friends. But, yeah. I guess you could somewhat say, but I just don't know too much information to be like, hey, I believe in this and that. But I do know that there is something out there. I'm really quite aware of the cabal, and things like that. Yeah, he did support Q. I do see, there's like this thing called predict. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but I guess you like predict who the next president's gonna be. He was putting some funds into there. Am I on Twitter? Yes. My Twitter is The Truth of a Flower. Is it a shared house? Well, it's my neighbor's house, and Spirit told her to invite this dude into her place and to help him out, and pretty much that was it. The JFK thing, I don't know much about it. I mean, my whole thing, if it is this dead man switch thing, there's nothing on his computer. If anything, from what I know, he took his iPad or that sort. So if that would probably be on there. No, honestly, he never talked to me about anything like that. I was the one that would try to talk to him about it. And he, honestly, I think I knew way more information than he did. But I don't know. I'm just, throwing that out there. Because I would try to talk to him about, some things and some instances, how there's, like, over here where I live, a Greyhound bus, the Amtrak, the metro station, the sheriff's station, and all in one spot. And then there's a CMEX plant. So there's a lot of things that I try to discuss, but, it's kind of hard because if you're kind of constantly doing that every day, you don't really want to talk about it. It's like an electrician doesn't want to work on their house when their electricity goes out. They just don't want to do it, Yeah, no, definitely, I would, Survivor, I was going to say we should do a stream together because the girl who notified me about the whole situation, she told me to contact you, and the fact that you messaged me, it just kind of like spiritually went and happened right. So for sure, I do. What city? I cannot say where I am located just because of my own self, because I don't, but also because of this whole situation, which also the reason why I didn't want to go on this. But, I just had to get some actual truth and evidence out there and play the chess game. I do feel like he would try to probably keep me and my neighbor safe. Just knowing how he was. Just, even though he was kind of narcissistic, ego-minded, egocentric, like a lot of those type of things. Like, he did have a good care for people, and he just didn't really know how to be socially equipped with people. From what I understand, his dad was a minister, and his mom, I think his dad was Jewish and his mom isn't. And I just think that he actually had a lot of abuse happen to him. He was also a viola prodigy, so he was really creative, and I think they were really hard on him. So his relationship with his parents is pretty not there. It's, I guess you could call it divorced. So he pretty much didn't really have anyone but me and my neighbor, and maybe those girls, I guess, but I don't really know him. So, and I saw him every day and fed him and, played his narcissistic games, make sure I don't be the first one that says hi to him in the room. He's got to say hi first. But, yeah. I don't know. Does anyone have any more questions, though? Oh, 7-4 return mean? I don't know what the 7-4 means. But actually, before he released that, me and my neighbor did talk about July 4th being a very spiritual and planetary day. So, that I am curious on. How long have I known him? Damn. Let's see. I've known Isaac probably about since August. Yeah, about August. August of 2018. And been over pretty much every day, helping out my neighbor. And how old were those girls? I don't know. I'm about 26. So, probably like 32 maybe. And I don't know who the guy was saying. Stop in the barking. I don't know. But that's the crazy thing. Because before people even noticed that stop in it, I like already knew how how the dogs were acting. Like how the one that was like being louder, like he pretty much doesn't bark at anything unless like something's bugging him or he's annoyed. And the other one whines, and he just whines for attention. And I think they were trying to get the attention of the people that were here, and the people just were very negative Nancy's, and they didn't want to give love because they weren't, any love. Do you think there's any chance he takes death? Do I think the girls have husbands? I don't know. I wish I met these girls. I really did. Yeah, no, the dogs definitely were pretty distressed out. And I mean, I take care of them, so I know how their vocal cords are, Did he keep his location secret? I'm pretty sure, because it's not his house to like let that information go, I guess you could say. And he kind of was being a hermit, so at the same time, like, I think he would have kept his information circle, like, the circle of information pretty much gone. Yeah, because no one came over. Honestly. No one. Isaac, ignore the dogs. Isaac was definitely annoyed at the dogs, in some points, in some parts of being here. But overall, he did care for them, and he enjoyed them and the company that they were here for. So I don't think that he would ignore them. I think he would have just shut the door and just be in his own little room, because that's pretty much what he was doing anyways. But I think he had the door open, if I think about it. I think they allowed him to have the freedom of doing his last Periscope, but I also think they were in the living room handling. Because I don't know, my neighbor said that definitely felt like there was more energy in this house. Like there was male energy on top of those two girls being here. So, yeah, he was definitely in hiding over here. The LAPD was going after him when the Paris Jackson thing situation happened. But I mean, his voter registration is to this location, and all his mail is to this location. So I feel like it's also not that hard if you're trying to find someone. But another thing too, another note, and I feel like this is pretty important. Thanks for the 37 that are still here. But my dude and I also gave Isaac a book that was how to be like anonymous online and how to essentially like leave without a trace. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm still kind of mind boggled. I don't really know what happened. I am trying to go through some zip files because I'm not techie on the computer. So, but honestly, I think that if he was to have had anything personal, it would be on that laptop that he took. What did I see about drugs? Weed, a little bit of alcohol bottles, cigarettes. I think that's pretty much about it. This man who wouldn't buy himself his own weed, so I don't think he would go out and buy drugs. Dude, well, he was scoping. Well, those two girls that stopped by said that they were here and said that there was no guy here, and but my neighbor said that she felt like there was a man presence in here, so other than Isaac, because not gonna lie, Isaac didn't have a masculine presence. He had a pretty feminine presence, and he pretty much didn't take anything. He left a lot of his stuff here. He left some really nice, like, Ben Sherman shirts. You know, his typical Levi's jacket. Punched holes in the wall here, so. I don't think they're teens because they came back anyways to talk to my neighbor, so, I don't think they're teenagers. Isaac wasn't really into that. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, maybe he was a little lonely guy, like, as in not having a relationship, because ultimately he wanted a family. He wanted to have a wife. Yeah, they are claiming that drug dealer robbed him, but look, like, if a drug dealer on that scale of meth, heroin, coke, whatever, if you're gonna rob from them, you're not gonna be found. That's number one, like, in my opinion. Like, the fact that his body was found means that it definitely wasn't drugs. Because there are plenty of people that go missing where I live, and they're found, like, a year later, 2 years, and it's from drugs. And they've been missing for years. So, in the teen situation, you can't be, you can't, I don't think it was teens, because if it was teens, they can't reveal their identity, so, you know, if you're a teenager, you can't reveal your identity, so I think it's BS, once again. Trump fan? Yeah, he was a Trump fan. He was a Trump fan. I guess he talked Trump administration. I tried to not really talk to him about that kind of stuff a lot, just because, like, it was an everyday thing for him, and I just wanted him to be kind of normal and to talk to me normally, because I do know how people can get. It's why I do lose some friends when I talk to them about NAMBLA or Chicken Hawk or things that are in those context lines and whatever. I don't know who Aliyah is. I actually don't know a lot of the situation stuff, just because I kind of just stayed out of it. And yeah, there's too much symbolism for cartel. Yeah, exactly. Like, cartels are just decapitate your head and die. Like, I mean, yeah, pretty much cartel is way different. Cartels are about territories, mostly. Let's see. Did the police come to his house? No, the police have not come here yet. But I guess they have gone to his ex-girlfriend's house, I guess apparently. So, sorry, my butt's kind of hurting. I don't know how Isaac could do this all the time. But, let's see. Yeah, I don't know who Elia is at all. We met through my neighbor. I was working at the smoke shop, and he pretty much just came in, and I was like, what? No. Isaac? No, that's pretty much it. On the bathhouse video, I don't know. That's why I actually started talking about this situation on Periscope, because I was like, dude, where is this coming from? First of all, like, where is it coming from? Who's releasing this information? Not only on top of that, but that's their culture. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much like what their culture is. So that video could just be any video. So I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, to me, there's no person like, hey, this is this video I got off from Isaac in this email, blah blah blah. No, that could be anyone's crap, you know. No, police haven't came here. Dogs are totally fine. That's what I'm trying to wonder, like, when is that situation going to happen? Are the news going to come? My neighbor wanted to talk to TMZ, but I was like, no, I'm not talking to them, but we'll handle this. So I guess his ex is going to talk to the news, apparently, so that, yeah. So, not about that life. Cartel would have been hanging, yeah, for sure. Like, if it was the cartel, they would have been hanging him from a bridge with no head on. His mom, we try to talk to his mom, but they no avail. They haven't responded. Spas do have an age limit, but I went to a Korean one, and it was like half women, half men, and all the women had to be naked. And this was a Korean one in Roland Heights. So, yeah, we had to be nude. So, I don't know about that. Elia is a guy he met in Australia. Well, I know in Australia he did say that it was a pretty toxic environment down there. And Survivor, yep, I will check your Periscope tonight. I definitely think that we should have a Periscope, because I just want to talk about it, you know? Let's see. Yeah, TMZ is super evil. What joys did he have in life? Anything that made it happy? Music. Music made him happy. He loved music. He was actually in midst of doing his album, and I have a lot of his undisclosed one. What's straight ahead and to the right, where Isaac was staring? So if Isaac was right here, right? Can you, can someone say yeah, that Isaac was pretty much right here? Okay, so there's the door that goes to the hallway, and there's that hole right there. So I don't really know what happened. To the right? Yeah, with Fiona, I think he said they were pretty toxic down there, so I don't really know what's up. To the right, this is his bed. So unless somebody was there, but there's the door. There's another room on the other side. It's the end of the hallway right here. Then it's a hallway all the way down there. So this would be his room. Yeah, to the right. Yeah, that would be a bed. And his computer and some chairs. I didn't think about it. See, like, those are key points that I feel like we have to know, because if we don't, then how are we going to do this, you know? But if anyone is pretty knowledgeable in music, I don't know what negative 0.32 semitones is, but he pretty much left this. So, been trying to work his keyboard, but you know, he sat right in front of art. Good deal. someone there when he made that video. I think so. Here's his art. He made that himself. And I call that one the Great Bobsled. Is there a door next to the desk? No. That's the location where I was just at, and yeah. Nope, there's no door next to this desk at all. It's so stressful. But yeah. Is there any more questions? Because I probably will head off soon. I don't know. I need to find someone that I can trust to help me go through this computer. So before the whoever gets that. Okay, so like I do know in the first part of the video, when one of the dogs started to bark, like, and then he like makes this like face, you know, like that moment, that was kind of like he wanted the dog to shut up, like make no noise, you know, like just don't say shit. Like, I don't know, he kind of had an angry eye to him, you know, like he had a pretty angry eye to himself. But yeah, I mean, some crazy stuff. It's just kind of crazy, you know, like when someone's there every day of your life and then they're gone. So yeah, like that look was like something. I don't know, it was like kind of demonic in a way, I felt like. But you know, see, I'm not lying, you know, this is all Isaac, you know. And I mean, I don't really know. That's the thing. Like, I do feel like, okay, like, if you want to go the symbolistic, you know, symbolism about the Illuminati and blah, 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 like, maybe he already had to deal with that. And he already knew when he was going to be gone. And, you know, it's kind of like, when you know you're a dead man, do you want to keep paying rent for a place that you're going to be? You know, like, yeah, he took no coats. He took no clothes. I kind of feel like it's just one of those things. Like, if you know, you know. And, you know, you got to find you a place that, I did not think about that. Yeah, he was super nice to me. Like, we were soul family. Like, soul family. He was like a brother to me. You know, I really wanted him to find a cool lady in life and things like that. And, you know, my dude played soccer with him a couple of times. And, you know, my dude, he didn't really like him too much because he was Hollywood and he was kind of rude. But, you know what? People are people, you know? People don't know socially, you know, how to be because they're around a lot of people that are fake. How do you react? How do you know? How long? He was here for almost a whole year. So. Well, the computer's mine. So, he gave it to us. So, I have to do a podcast. That's my dream, is to start my own podcast about just basically what your intuition talks about. So he left that for me, and I mean, I bought this and I left it here, and he's been using it the whole time. So, you know. Yeah, I don't see anything here at all in his pockets. And yeah, guys are really territorial, so he was like not for it. And if you look at his Instagram too, there's like a dude that says like, "Oh, I wish you didn't take your art from my shop or whatever," like this stuff, you know. But that guy, like, oh man, like, he was rude. First of all, he was ripping him off. Apparently, the thing was like, I guess there was like shirts that were supposed to be sent out for people that Isaac had made, and that guy never sent them out, and basically took people's money, and it made Isaac look bad. So, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I am definitely hungry. I have not eaten yet. But, let's see. What you are saying and the length of time there does not line up with Fiona says about how he treated. I haven't known anything about the Fiona thing, or like listened to her or met her or talked to her. But I did see in his computer that he said that she was pretty toxic. But then again, I don't know the situation because I do know how he is. And he is narcissistic, mind you that. And he is ego-minded, mind you that. So maybe they just didn't clash well. I don't know. So, but if anyone has any information, I mean, I'm down to just talk about it. Drugs, okay. Well, yeah, he was rude. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, he was rude. Like, he's Hollywood. Hollywood people are rude, you know? Like, they really are. You have to find the rapport and talk to them. But I really don't think that, I think, you know, hey, baby. Okay, everyone's asking if you're okay. Come here. Yeah, you're okay. Tell them you're okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Well, I don't want him to ruin my skirt because it's an old vintage one, so. But, you know, he's good. He's fine. He misses Isaac. Who says a eulogy includes a bunch of negatives and character assassinate? That's true. I mean, that's why I am trying to say, like, yeah, he was a butt. He was a butt. Don't get me wrong. But he was a good friend, and I will miss him. And I'll miss him tons. Like, tons. Just because of how he was. And, you know, even if people are narcissistic and ego-minded, those things, like, actually can be really good qualities. So, just want to point that out there, you know. Anything strange in the bathroom? The other dog, he's with his mama. This one loves me because he thinks I'm pretty. But, yeah, no. I like cried like a little bit, but it's kind of like one of those things, like, you can't cry over spilt milk, you know. But, I mean, it's a mess here. So, but there's nothing strange. The one thing he did leave on the fridge was saying to research St. Louis University about Lyme's disease. But we also have this situation going on here that is about Morgellons disease. And a bunch of other things that are about it. And basically, the government is lying to us about all these space fibers, and it's really a parasitic dust that gets infected in people. And basically, everybody in other countries take tapeworm medication except for the United States. So it's kind of like, It was like one of those things. But that's a whole other thing, too. So. No, I'm super glad I had him as a friend, because it was just kind of like one of those things in life where it's like it comes to real life and it's tangible, and everything that you have learned previously and it comes to fruition, it like is a mind blow. Like it just mind blows you. Like it's like, whoa, like I used to watch you on YouTube and I get to meet you in real life and I hang out with you every day and I eat food with you all the time, and then now it's this. But and it's okay. I mean, what can you do? Did someone already ask if you know the mistake? No, I don't know the mistake. But my neighbor and I were just, we're just hoping that he didn't screw us over, and like, hope he didn't take her card and waste money off of it. I don't know. Who knows? People are saying that he doxed. He's doxing people, but I don't think that. I mean, people were sending him money. Like, here, Isaac, thanks for all that you do. Like, this is someone who didn't even have any money to begin with. Like, I looked at his royalties, and he was getting, like, 80 cents for his royalties from his work. So, like, this big guy would barely get $10 for, like, the movies he did, So he wasn't making anything. He had nothing to give, nothing to lose. And I feel like he was a self-sacrificing person towards the end. So. My Twitter is Truth of a Flower. And thanks. I really appreciate you guys' like feedback. I tried doing this on Periscope. I couldn't figure it out because I don't do this at all. So it was kind of like a thing for me just to do. Because I was kind of tired of hearing the whole drug dealer thing, mostly because it's just kind of like, okay, that's some bullshit. The Judas thing, which is a funny thing because he took that from us. Like, there's something that my neighbor and him talked about, the whole Judas thing, and it's like, my neighbor said he's not Judas, he's more like, Ezekiel. I'm not really a Bible person, but he was more like that than Judas. So I think he left Sunday around 7 o'clock at nighttime. He didn't say where he was going, but I've talked earlier about all the purchases, and I think he was going back and forth from here to Arizona, so I don't really know what the situation. And yeah, I'll come back and talk, probably around this time tomorrow. Wait, maybe I have to do some work tomorrow. So yeah, Ezekiel. If anyone knows about that story, I guess that's more what Isaac was from what my neighbor discussed. Come here, you. Can people lay off the traitor aspect? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's more of why I came out with this, was like, he wasn't a traitor to me. I don't think he would. He was a really good person. I mean, he didn't lift a finger for my neighbor, he could have helped out a lot around this house, but, who knows how the mental self was stressed, so. Q and DJT are not let down or upset, and I feel like I don't know who DJT is. And he kind of knew the Bible a little bit, but I mean, he was Jewish, so I don't know how that goes, but my neighbor is pretty spiritual in that sense and always talked about Jesus and things like that, so a lot of the Jesus conversation came from them too. Oh man, people were posting screenshots. Oh man. I mean, what can I do? Whatever. Probably my face, but whatever. I don't know where his body is. I guess they said that they found his car on at the Days Inn with a blown-out tire, and there was a purchase for Sunday at the Days Inn in Belmont for $67.08. So I can verify he was there, but I don't know with who. I don't know where his body is. Oh, DJT. See, so out of the loop. Well, from what I'm told, like, or what I've kind of told, like, that Q is a woman. That's what I was told, but I don't know. Do you know who DeFingo is? He and Kappy. I don't know who DeFingo is, but if you want to send him my way, go right ahead. Because I'm just going to have my friend's cousin help me out with it. Oh, what's up? I'm DeFingo. You're DeFingo. Alright, DeFingo. Let me see I don't know how to work this, stuff. So, I guess I will follow you. And follow me back, and then we'll have to talk. So, yeah, I got you. Oh, and who am I? Are you saying who this is and who am I? Is that what you're asking? Alright, people are saying stay away. Anyways. Contacted his parents. Yeah, but they have not replied back. So. Yeah, I'm definitely one of those. But. Then I'll probably just see what I can do. No, definitely be careful. That's why I was really hesitant about doing this all podcast to even begin with. Yeah, no, I'm already careful where I trust. That's why I don't let anyone know where I live. Like, my mom don't even know where I live. But yeah. Yeah, I hate this stuff too. That's why I decided to just talk about what I can. Oh man. Yeah, and also that TF dude, or T1 dude, I guess, apparently. Yeah, Days End do have cameras. I don't know how long he was in Australia. I could probably ask my neighbor and, she'll tell him that's probably like maybe 2 months. Think so? He was there? Yeah, he was at the pilot on 513 Pilot in Belmont, Arizona. And yeah. Yes, I was his friend. Yeah, T1 Venezuelan guy, apparently. Yeah, I think he was maybe there for 2 months. I don't know, I was reading some comments that said people were saying that the T1 guy was not good. I don't know. I don't really know who to trust. That's why I just talking about this. And the more I can talk to people through Periscope, the more it makes more sense. And if we can just really fill in these gaps, that's all that matters to me. I was, if anyone wants to do a Periscope with me, more than welcome. I'm just trying to really get the right information out, just because, I follow Lift the Veil, like, not on Twitter, but I've watched him on YouTube, but, at the same time, not to say, like, if you're an actor for a John Waters film, it kind of makes me think, too, because John Waters was kind of a weirdo, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think T1 has ever darled on the, and I don't know if I can. I'm not gonna own anything. The only thing that he said he can give me is his computer, and I have some art, but yeah. Um, yeah, so that was something that made me wonder about the T1, that someone said no one was in the house and that the stop was from a dog. Like, I don't think that at all. So, no, I have not, I haven't watched really any videos. Like, once I met Kappy on a personal level, I stopped really watching that kind of stuff because it just like kind of felt weird, I guess you could say, like as if I was spying on him. But I pretty much know like the Brackets and Jackets song that's stuck in my head. That beat. Yeah, so I want to know about those last two phone calls that Isaac made. And last time I saw him officially was Thursday, and he was running down the street to go get a pack of cigarettes, either or something from a liquor store. I don't know. Um, I was on my way home so I could go smoke a blunt. So I wish I would have stopped, but I just like it's just like I saw him all the time, so it's like it didn't think about that, you know. I do think I'm not gonna say he was or was not victimized as a kid, but I felt like he was victimized as a kid. From the story that I know, how his parents were very, disciplined. He was a prodigy in violin. Like, he was a really smart kid, and very disciplined. So I don't know. Does it sound like him to end his life? I think it does sound like him to end his life in a loud way, or he wasn't trying to end his life and he accidentally did end his life. I feel like Isaac was a very Shakespearean type of person and narcissistic. So I feel like a narcissistic person does do that. Um, he was already in protective custody, if you could put us as that, I guess you could say. Because, I mean, in reality, nobody knew where he was. Nobody knows this location. And he jammed out from LA. So, I mean, if they really, really were looking for him, they would have found him. But I just covered his history with emails and important information. Cell phone bill. I know. Well, I have his bank statements, and do you think? Do you believe the person who said they spoke to him last is the person that spoke to them last Aurora Luna? I don't know, because I know the last two girls that were here were named Alicia and Diane, so I don't know who Aurora is. I'm gonna write that Aurora Luna down, because I'm just trying to fill in gaps. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble. I'm just trying to, make sure what happened to my damn friend. I don't know who Kappy and Sether is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, well, his parents were pretty much like, I guess you could say, divorced from him. They didn't really talk, so it's not like, he wasn't in a witness protection, like, legitimately. I mean, he's just been with us for the year on a super down low process, so. He was always on the phone, so I don't know who he'd be talking to. He would come out for like 2 minutes, go puff some cigarettes, hit a joint, and then come back in. And he would come out and make himself juice and just be a silly like la 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 Isaac, like he would just be Isaac. But then he would come back in, and there was times like that Epstein video with him and that beat of that song Brackets and Jackets. Oh, God. You don't even know how much that song has played over and over and with different information that I've been hearing. Like, I kick myself because, like, my other friend was going to come live here, and I was, like, showing her the room that's across, and I was like, look at this motherfucker. Look, like, he does this shit all day long. Like, this music is over and over and over and over. And, like, I even, like, recorded it and, like, him screaming in the mic. Like, he used to just be like, my name is Isaac, and I live here. Like, you know, just really stupid, funny shit. Like, but then some of it would be serious information he'd be talking. So I don't know. And I felt weird listening into on him because it's just, like, you know, just one of those things. So he could have been kidnapped, but he did take his car. So, I don't know. No, he was not getting no money. This is broke as heck. He had more money than me. I'll be honest. I know, I definitely, okay, let me write this down. Because you guys are giving me some ideas, and it'll help me out. Where I can locate more stuff. Oh yeah, I've already looked into his emails, and there's nothing. So, his computer's pretty clean. Bought him dinner. Yeah, Alicia and Diane last known to see him. That's pretty much from what I'm told. Because they came over last night? 2 nights ago? Yeah, they came over. I wasn't here, so. No, I don't live in Arizona. If I did, I'd be actually over at the site. For sure. Because it's a trip. No, he never talked any names to me. Well, the highway that he was going to, he did live in New Mexico, so I think he was maybe on his way to see his parents. Let's see. Nothing from... No, but I will check. I just, like, it felt weird kind of going through his computer, but... No. Yeah, 40 does go to New Mexico, so that was one thing that I did. Because before he left, he put his parents' phone number on the fridge, and he also wrote to research the University of St. Louis about Lyme's disease. But that could be a separate thing, because we have this whole, like, Morgellons thing going on. Parasitic things that all the celebrities have, apparently, so they're all parasites anyways. Isaac had no guns. I don't think so. There is a case in the closet, but I think that was for his violin, or he probably had cash, because there was a bunch of, like, change and cash kind of all around it, like, he kind of, like, just grabbed something real fast. No. But, my neighbor was not necessarily getting tired of him, but it was kind of hard to upkeep him in this location because, you know, he never changed 5-gallon water. He never went out to the grocery store to go, you know, get food. Never spent a dime on food or rent or utilities or anything like that. So, you know. I don't think his parents were on a decent term with him. What does it mean, having your name in brackets? What does that mean? Okay. No, I was not here when I recorded the last video. Let's see. Okay. Oh, name in brackets means kill box, huh? I don't know. See, I don't really know a lot of that kind of stuff, which kind of sucks, but it also, what can I do? Let's see, let me check that email. TST. Yep, I see your Gmail. Alright, so 0 skills. Yeah, no, I'm I'm normal and I'm not normal, but it's one of those things. You gotta pick your poison and know what poison you want. He got them. Look at the last ones. That's not my email. Well, the last email from that email, from tstger13@gmail.com. And that one came November 18th, 2018. So, is that the right email? Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He was just doing some YouTube videos, and my neighbor, I guess, watched him and then contacted him. I don't really know how it really went down, and he just popped up, and Isaac was here. And it's been about almost a year. But yeah, some interesting stuff. Oy vey, you guys. I feel like we can talk about this forever, because it's like one of those things. You know? Some music from Isaac. Some interesting stuff. I don't know what the treason was with Trump and everything like that, and I really don't know what could be that bad, to be honest. Yeah, I really just want people to have, like, the proper closure, because, I mean, what are we gonna do? I don't know. Really don't know. Did I check under a mattress? Man, I tried. That shit's huge, so I don't know. No, he never disguised himself. Honestly, people couldn't really recognize him where I live. It's not really like, it's a boondocks. Barely getting Maseratis over here now, type of thing, you know? And he never really disguised himself. He never went out. That's the thing, too. He never went out. Yeah, I would definitely try looking. We're gonna clean this room soon. It's just kind of like weird. Gives me like the chills, you know? It's kind of weird. I don't know, there's like a lot of stuff that he's got, like zip files and such, but I just don't really know how to work it. Type of thing. I'm looking at some headshots right now. I'll show you guys right now. Just for the love of it, you know? This is a nice one. Oh yeah, he was a genuine dude. Aww. Nope. There's actually not a lot of emails. There really isn't. Yeah, like there's just casting, frontier, predict, YouTube, so-and-so subscribed, natural news, YouTube. Yeah, no, it's definitely unsafe for me to voice those opinions because I don't know, you know? My whole point is like, let's just get the facts, you know? And if there's this, then there's that. And let's focus it on. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, it's a Gmail. Yeah, and I feel like he is that type of person to have definitely doing that, you know? To be like that type of person. No, I'm not gonna say much of stuff. I actually feel kind of weird reading some of the stuff while you guys are on here, but you know. A lot of his stuff is pretty much gone. See, I suck at this stuff. Yeah, there's only one email that I do see that kind of is a little weird to me. Yeah. Okay. No, he didn't say goodbye to me. He said goodbye to my neighbor. Those dogs are not his dogs. So, they're not his dogs. So, that's another thing with that T1 dude. If he's saying something about the dogs being okay and someone checked on the dogs, like, you know. So, I don't know. I guess there is a message that says, what's going on? Do I need to take steps to protect myself? I know you said it will come out eventually, but for those who feel invested in a friendship with you and have children, I guess we're all concerned. In the end, what's done is done, but you know as well as I do that getting ahead of the situation is smarter than waiting for it to unfold. So, yeah. This is some girl. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to disclose that information. But, no, I am not Kate at all. I have not met her. I do have her number. I can talk to her. But I don't really know what I'm going to make with this because I don't know what to do. Why did I give him that book? We just gave him the book just for kind of like shits and giggles in a way, but it's not really shits and giggles because I feel like at some point, if he really needed it, he would use it. And pretty much like we're into that as well, which is really reason why I didn't want to do this podcast or Periscope, Twitter, whatever you call it. But you know what? Whatever. No, this is actually the first time I'm really like talked about this, and I was going to contact him about it, but no, you guys are really giving me information to not. So I kind of like the only person that I was going to talk to was the Robert Q person, because my friend that actually told me this information, because I didn't know Isaac died. I didn't know anything until she told me, and she stopped talking to me because I told her that he was my neighbor and she didn't want me to let him know where she lived. Like, so, which I'm not that type of person to disclose information about my friends and where they live to begin with, but I thought that was really weird. So our friendship went down from there, and I just saw Isaac all the time. So yeah, he I don't know who that T1 dude, but yeah, she told me to go talk to this Robert from Q or something like that, and that he actually messaged me. So it's kind of like I think God put those two alignments perfectly together. Yeah, he didn't tell me bye, but I live up the street, so I mean, I'm only here to help my neighbor out. We're writing a book about joy and pretty much the things that have happened to her and all the parasitic Illuminati people out there and just like sort of things. And yeah, it's just like one of those things that is like you uncover one part, but like then you realize that that part has like so many roots underneath it that it's like, do you just keep pulling the weed or do you just leave the weed there? You know, like what do you want to uncover? So it's okay. I mean, it is a loss. I mean, it really is. And it's definitely going to be sad that I can't talk to Isaac on a daily basis, but I also feel like, you know, he was pretty self-sacrificing. See, I don't know how he would even get access to that. I mean, so yeah, I try not to get personal anyways, because my man would be like, who DMing you? Anyways, just kidding. But, yeah, self-sacrificing, just kind of like, you know, if it was the case, then, you know, he wanted to be famous, you know, and it was harder for him to be famous. And infamy was going to be way more for him than being actual famous. It's like, you know, and I feel like he maybe was self-sacrificing himself. But like I said, I don't know. So don't, you know, can't like be like, oh, she said this, blah, blah, blah. But, I just don't know. It's just like, a chess game, you know? You gonna make the move first, or are they gonna make the move first? Do they want your queen? Do they want your bishop? What do they want, you know? I'm not trying to give them that. I want to know what they want first. I don't know who identified his body. That's what I am so curious on, you know, like where's his body? What's going on? My opinion's too big to say, but this girl is really hinting hard. don't know what I'm hinting. That's the thing. Like, me, ultimately, how I am in general is like, what does your intuition say? What does your intuitive self say about this? Because, man, I mean, yeah, no say. Is there a military ground right there? Oh, I didn't know that. See, I need some tech in my life. Okay. This is Arizona on here. So. Yeah, that's what I also thought too. Like, think on the details because I can see the location. I don't think he seemed afraid. I mean, from what I can tell and from seeing him and then seeing him tell how he was now, like, yeah, he was losing his soul. Like, yeah, if something was eating him up, like, he wasn't, taking care of himself. That's the thing, too. Man, if he was still alive, I would freaking jump to joy because, I mean, man. I'm gonna miss that curly hair. But yeah. And no autopsy has been reported. I checked browser history. Yeah, it looks like he did access his mail from his phone in Arizona. So yeah. So my head's all up in the spot. It doesn't show what time. I don't think it shows a time. Yeah, there's no autopsy report. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, because, I mean, yeah, because I've been on this computer for the since May 15th. And this is May 13th, May 12th, May 12th, May 12th, May 12th. Arizona. So that's the trippy thing, you guys. Alright. So, if he left Sunday at this location and found dead Monday morning, but yet his browser says that the date and time and the time zone was May 12th, so that was a Saturday. So I think that I think 13th was the Sunday, wasn't it? I think the 13th was Sunday. No, wait, that was Monday. Oh, okay, yeah, no, my dates are so messed up right now. My bad. Alright, so yeah, the 12th was Sunday, 5 days ago, it says. Damn, it's already been 5 days. This week has gone really weird. Okay, so yeah, May 12th, May 12th, May 12th, May 12th. Alright. He had a really weird sleep schedule, so pretty much whenever he wanted to sleep, when he wanted to be up. Yeah, I do. I have access. Yeah, I do think that he was more stressed out when he came back from the down under. But see, like, see, where is? Yeah, like in his thing, it says chapter 13 felt like a guinea pig for the lunatics. Me in Australia was like a matador stuck between two bulls, both raging onward, full of toxic, and then it ends. So. I mean, he was narcissistic. Is that considered mental illness? Yeah, he was narcissistic, ego-minded. But, I wouldn't change him in the world. That's, deep down, I wouldn't change him for the world. He was a great dude. And I enjoyed his personality, even though he was a butt. Yeah, he said something that, yeah. Yeah, no, but it's hard to really explain, because if you don't really know the person and you get to know the person, then you can really understand their true self. But, yeah, like a lot of single 40-year-old men, indeed, on that one. I don't know, I mean, like, someone offers you their house, you mean, it's only proper you help clean up the yard, you clean up around the kitchen if you make a mess, and clean up after yourself, so. That's just my opinion, like, yeah, he was a little narcissistic, but he was highly ego, but for someone who was conditioned into living that kind of lifestyle, you kind of have to. I don't know if you've really met Hollywood people, but you kind of have to play the game. So, just recognize. Oh, no, it's fine. Everything's all out of love, There's no. I don't know, but the Judas thing comes from my neighbor and him talking, and it's not really even about him being Judas. If anything, he was more like the Ezekiel person. I don't know. It's a lot more in my previous. I've been streaming for I don't know how long. But, I'm tired, you guys. I'm freaking tired. Because I feel like it's a rush to get all this stuff going. No police have been here. Nothing. Yep, Ezekiel. Probably not saying it right, because I grew up Catholic, and then I was like, nah, I think I'll pass. Yeah, the whole vegan Mikey thing, I'm trying to talk to him. I'm trying to get in contact with him, if anyone can help me out with that. Because, yeah. It's just like, I need to talk to him. Never know new friends, unfortunately. I don't even have friends to begin with, but it's okay. It's okay. No, honestly, thanks for your guys' strength, because I don't think I would be doing this right now, if it wasn't for you guys and knowing, like, what A is saying, what B is saying, what C is saying, so. Yeah, I emailed him via Twitter, so or email. I messaged him through Twitter, but I don't know what's going on. I tried adding him on Instagram. So yeah, mind you guys, this is like my first actual live anything, so hopefully I can figure out how to keep this up. But I am planning on trying to do some more of this because I just want to talk about it. I don't really like. I'm trying to figure out some more stuff, but ultimately, I just want to talk about it and know like what your guys' intuition is about this. Because I feel like the only way we're gonna figure this out is if multiple minds kind of come together in it. Because I mean, there's different eyes see different things, and I think that's really important. Yeah, well, I know he's been sending Mikey money, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, first of all, why you be sending this guy money and you're not even helping out my neighbor who's giving you a house to live in? But that's just me being a little butthead thinking about that stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to be careful. Trying to do my best on that. But that's why I feel like, you just have to be out there. If that's what's gonna be it, you just have to be out there. Because if you're not, then you're not being self-sacrificing. Yeah, no, if they were in cahoots, it would make sense. But there's also some other people that he had sent money to as well, some names. Um, so I don't know exactly, and I'm not releasing those information, um, just because I will look up the body language episode on Kappy's video. I read the one with the tarot cards, and that was really trippy because it's kind of like actually was pretty on point. I mean, Isaac had nothing to make money off of. I do know he tried to invest in gold stocks and lost the money. I do know that personally. Um, he didn't. He didn't have money. I mean, he had more money than me. I could be honest with you, but that's not saying much. So, I mean, he had debt, but I mean, he had the same amount of debt as I had, and I went to school. So it's kind of like. Yeah, like he had the same debt I have for student loans. So it's not that much. He did say he gambled something, but I don't know what it was. And I just kind of hope he didn't put my neighbor into danger. That's all. Nor I in danger. Um, she's already gone through a lot of Illuminati people and satanic cults that have. Yeah, I won't get into that, but. But he did love using my light I bought. So now I get it back. And for everyone about the dog thing, he's fine. This is not his dog. It's my neighbor's dog. So, I guess whoever that T1 dude is saying that somebody is coming to check on the dogs. Don't believe that guy, I guess. From what I'm being told. So. Man, you guys. Because honestly, I'm even looking at his Google history on Chrome, and it goes from Wednesday, April 24th, Wednesday, April 24th to Wednesday, May 15th when I looked at it. So there is a chunk missing. I'm going to point that out. And that's on the Chrome. Yeah, I don't know who that T1 dude is. I'm pretty much out of the loop. Like, this is the first time I actually am talking about this to anyone in a legitimate setting, so... Yeah, no, investing in gold is not gambling. I just don't think it worked out. But then I don't know. Yeah, it does seem, from what I do know, like, and from watching, like I said, it's really hard to watch. And his history is clean, you guys. So, his history is clean on his Firefox. And on the Chrome, it goes from the 24th to the 15th. So, go to drafts folder. Horrible. Who am I? I am someone that does not matter, apparently. I'm just kidding. No, I am never scoped. I am never scoped before. I wasn't really going to talk about this situation, but since everyone's saying about this drug dealer shit, I was like, alright, that's not true. So, and I am a friend of Isaac's, or was a friend of Isaac's, and I am sitting here in his room. So, yeah, it's all about spirit. That's all what it is. I'm sorry, I just laughed on the you know it all, just because, I just don't know either, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm a neighbor. What you're in. Yeah, believe what your intuition says. Like, that's my key component. When I do start my podcast, that's my whole thing is, what does your intuition tell you about this? It's pretty much what is my main focus. So, and I really just want to get the right information out there. I don't know what happened. There's no autopsy, like what the hell? And also, even if they were to do, like, an autopsy or something like that, they're not going to tell you. They're only going to tell, like, the family, They're not going to tell me or anything. It's all about intuition, you guys. It's all about intuition. The mind thinks, but the heart thinks more. No, he was not doing drugs. He was not doing drugs. If he was doing drugs, he was smoking marijuana. Smoking the ganja weed. Yeah, many eyes have different perspective, and that's what I am definitely trying. Is Illuminati and MK Ultra regular thing to talk? I mean, what's chaos to... What's the one quote that's like, what's chaos to fly is like something to a spider? I don't know, something like that, but yeah. So pretty much crazy is knowing what you know. So... yeah, Isaac is pretty much broke. Doesn't really have much. Not broke. I mean, 2K isn't broke to some people. 2K is still money. You know, that's my opinion. But, yeah, I'll probably try to contact the family again. I'm just not really ready. I know my neighbor has done that. So, but they haven't got back to us. My name, I go by Flower, I guess you could say. Just because I definitely not going to give my name on here. So, no, he never went to the doctor. Taking meds, I don't think he took meds. I know, like, someone did, I guess, from what I am told, someone did send him, like, some stuff, but I don't think it was drugs to begin with, so, yeah, I don't even have 2K either, so, you know, psh. He was agoraphobic, so he didn't go anywhere. Well, I was reading Mikey's Twitters and it said that he was like on the streets again, so I don't really know what's going on. I have like negative 2,000. Oh, that's funny. I have like negative 13,000 if you're including the student debts. Can you say, I don't want to say what city I live in just because of other personal and business reasons. So I cannot disclose that. But I'll say it's definitely not Los Angeles. If I had 2K right now, I'd feel like a Rockefeller. Oh, yeah. And then rent comes. Yeah, Isaac was pretty much agoraphobic. California, Cali life. Yeah, he was pretty much agoraphobic. If we asked him, like, hey, Isaac, we need some water. Can you go get some water? No. Or, hey, Isaac, my neighbor needs her cigarettes. You want to go get some cigarettes? No. So. Yeah, I mean, I have his bank statement, so definitely those debts are not paid off. So if he made that much money, then yeah, I don't know. Am I in a gang? Gang. No, I'm not in a gang. I don't have the teardrop in my eye, you know? Let's see. How is it if I'm in his room if I'm his neighbor? Because he rented a room out. So, you know. But he never paid rent. So it's not like he rented it. And I help my neighbor on a day-to-day basis. She's an older lady. I help her with just little things around the house and getting a book going and some other things like that. Yeah, the last time I legitimately saw him, MS-13, 100%. If anything, I'd be part of the Hells Angels. I'm just kidding. But last time I saw him, yeah, he was going to the store around like 4 to 5 p.m. and he was running in his pink shirt and his hair was all crazy, and I was like jokingly telling my dude, like, look at that crazy man running right there. And then I was like, oh shit, it's Isaac. Yeah, he was in Cali. He's been in Cali pretty much the whole time he's been here. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so tired already. I don't know how long I've been talking. Alright. So, any more questions? Because I'm pretty much gonna jam out soon. And, I have not eaten all day. Not that I'm complaining. Not complaining. but definitely feeling it now. Yeah, he didn't leave anything. I mean, he left pretty much his art, his computer, and some other things that he gave personal to my neighbor, and that was it. Now I just gotta eat some food because I get hangry. So this is pretty much the room, you guys. Yeah, he always had a coat on. So, that's the trippy thing. Is he always had his coat. He had his yellow glasses. I don't know. You guys. Well, alright, so this is one thing I will say before I go. So from his bank statements, it looks like he was going back and forth from Belmont to Kingsman in Williams, Arizona. But then I also know that he didn't leave the location where I'm at until 7 or 8 o'clock at nighttime. So unless he was already driving there to go, then he decided to come back, and then he decided to go back, and then he decided to come back. So I don't really know. I don't know. And apparently he left around Sunday, around 7 to 8 o'clock. And then it takes 5 hours, quote, to get from where I am to that location. So, yeah. I don't know. That's why I'm just trying to get like this out, this little very information that I have. And if you guys know anything about anything else, it really just helps put like a timestamp together. Oh, all this stuff in him, it's been here. This isn't his stuff. He actually got his storage broken into a long time ago, like probably last year. So this stuff has been here. And I have his stuff because I'm his neighbor, you know? This is the closet, you guys. So, yep. I mean, to go see his mom, probably, yeah, I think so. I mean, wouldn't you want to go see your mom? Like, even if you were a little estranged or, quote, divorced, I guess you could say it. I gotta just shut this off. Oh, yeah, you guys. I mean, he'd never want to lift a finger up, so. I mean, yeah, I think for him doing stuff for himself, yeah, but, he probably went to the store, the grocery store, like 3 times out of the 8 months he's been here. So, pretty much had my old lady neighbor take care of him like a kid. Can't imagine how anyone would feel, really. When were the holes in the wall made? I'm thinking it has to do, well, it definitely is going to have to do, between Thursday and the time that he passed away. No, we really liked his like, presence and such, but, you know, she doesn't have much money herself, so she was like, you know, she told him to move into the smaller room, or the bigger room, and he was going to have to start paying rent, and he, like, never paid rent. So he wasn't really, like, thoroughly honest with some things, I feel like, but, you know. Yeah, that closet is in the last video. That's why I decided to start my Periscope video with that closet, because then you guys know I'm not lying, you know? Yeah, all the actors are like that. They're pretty much like that. But, you know, when you're conditioned to be like that for so long and that's all you know, that's all you know. So. Oh, yeah, well, we cleaned it up. So. It's like, my neighbor is the one that pretty much, like, told me. I came here, like, the next day and she's like, it's so trashed and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even know he died at that moment yet, you know? Entitled is right. And a lot of people were children and adult bodies, for sure. And the neighbor, she pretty much just contacted him through the videos. And he didn't really have a place, like, he just had a room, so. And who's saying that about being trashed? Like, who saw the trash, apparently. How did I find out he passed? I found out through a girl that stopped talking to me because she got scared because I told her he was my neighbor and she was like, don't tell him where I live. So. That's how I found it. And she doesn't really want to talk. I was trying to do a Periscope stream on her because I was trying to talk more about just the Isaac Kappy thing. But she did tell him, like, he would have to find a place by June. So maybe he was trying to rekindle with his mom to move back there because, like, he could forever live here. That wasn't the problem. But he needed to go on a road trip. He needed to go out because he's been in this house every day for 8 months. So you're either going to go crazy or you're not. Most likely up here you're going to go crazy because there's nothing where I live. It's literally like nothing. So yeah, I think from what she said that when he left, it was kind of like, you know, here's my shit. You can have my shit. I'm peacing out. Here's all these silver coins. Like, I don't need this. Here's this money that was Zimbabwean money or something like that. Like, it's an eerie situation because I don't know what. So. It does make me sad that he was alone too, just because, like, I was trying to hook him up with one of my friends. I was like, when my friends comes from Colorado, I think they would be a pretty good couple. But, yeah. I don't think he was planning on coming back. But he also did the same kind of situation when he went to Australia. So, where he was like, just you can have my computer, you can have this, you can have that. I don't think he made me uncomfortable. I mean, no. He loved tacos. Like, he loved eating tacos, and that's all he made when I would be over, and he would just make his juices. He would make me a juice. He loved beet juice. That was, like, his favorite. I just never, like, you know, like, I know he was pretty narcissistic, so when he would come in the room, like, I wouldn't really acknowledge him until he kind of acknowledged himself in the room, I guess. I don't know. I always joked around with him with these little things, but nothing serious, you know? He was always pretty busy and, like, going through motions all the time that it was kind of hard to stop him and be like, hey, let's sit down and smoke some weed. It was always just like that. It was like that in the beginning. So, but towards the end, it got a little harder to ground him down, I would say. And I do think he did start to look a lot more older towards then. Isaac was with him. How did he afford Australia? I don't know how he afforded Australia. I don't know. Isaac was with him from Christmas. I'm gonna ask my neighbor, where did he go for that? Because I know he was like going back and forth, but he was mostly here all the time. So I'll ask her, because she's the Christmas lady, so I know she won't forget that. It's so weird. If you were going to jump, wouldn't you do the Grand Canyon? Yeah, I would. I would do the Grand Canyon, but how would anyone jump? I'm scared to die. But yeah, it is kind of weird. Especially because, like, well, my main question was, like, what side of the bridge did he drop on? Was he going eastbound or was he going westbound? Yep, my Twitter bio shows Redondo Beach. Yes, it does show that because I used to live in Redondo and I just haven't changed it, and yeah. Personal reasons mostly, but let's see. Why do you think he came back? If he gave him and Fiona didn't work out, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry if it's fading. My hand was getting tired and I think I was holding it over the mic. My bad, you guys. I don't know. One thing I do know with MK Ultra though, people, once they start remembering a bunch of stuff, they do start to commit suicide. There is this book about MK Ultra about Bryce Taylor. I don't know if anyone is known about her, but she has a lot of these documents that talks about Larry King, not Larry King that talks on the radio, but Larry King, the black guy, and Ted Gunderson, who was an FBI agent, I believe, or in LA, something like that. And she basically says, like, the MK Ultra will start to, when you start remembering things that had happened to you, it starts to do something in your brain. So I don't know. I'm not saying that he's an MK Ultra victim, but that is a theory that could be. Yeah, I'm sorry, my sound went out. My bad, you guys. Eastbound, because they say the lane was closed. So if he was going eastbound, then he was going towards New Mexico. Yeah, the Mega program. That's what it's called. What was the name of the book? It was like, I don't know, I'll have to figure it, ask my dude. But it was like something anonymous, like, it was like a black book. It was like anonymous. Yeah, Paul Bonacci is crazy. And the Bryce Taylor, I have her whole book about the MK Ultra and it has all the documents about it. It's really gnarly. I can't find it for some reason. I do have a good soul. That's why I'm trying to do this. Yep, Larry King and Johnny Gosh. Yep. Bryce, yep. And how her kid was gone under catatonic state afterwards. Yep, programming and recovering memories. Yep, the Franklin cover-up. Yep, Franklin scandal. Larry King ran the pedo. Yep. Did you see different personalities? There were times I do feel like he was a little schizo. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, I mean, when you're under so much pressure, it's like, what happens? How can you really decipher someone mentally like that when they're under so much pressure to begin with? So that is where he landed. He could have been driving any direction. Did he have any books? No, I haven't gone through his closet because it's just been kind of weird. Today I felt like I had to do the Periscope. So thanks for the memories. I don't think I have that book. I just have this big white book. It's huge and it's heavy. Yeah, the Larry King thing, you definitely have to look that up. But like I said, don't go too deep because then you just kind of like fall in too fast and it's too much for some people. He never went out. That's why I was really surprised when he went running that one day on Thursday. And I guess the neighbor okay, so I'm at the neighbor's house, but the neighbor that lives next door said that he saw him meditating and praying on a Thursday. So, don't know. Yeah, I saw him running. That's why I didn't want to release a lot of information out, because I want to know what the news is going to say. It's like what I'm keep saying, it's like a chess game. You make your move and you want to see if the other person wants to take your queen or your bishop, so I don't know what they want to take from us yet. Do you think he will? Let's see. How often did he jog? Shoot, I don't think he jogged much. That's why I was tripping. Well, for the whole week, my neighbor was gone, so he didn't have like a car. Well, I mean, he has a car, but he wasn't allowed to drive because his license was suspended or something like that, he had told me. So, he went down and on his jog around that time, and then he went to go get some cigarettes, because, yeah. No, he never talked to me about anything like that kind of stuff, just because, just I try to just be normal for him, I guess you could say. So, and you see, if you have agoraphobia, yeah, I don't really understand it, to be honest, but I mean, this guy never went out, never. So, yeah, I was trying to go through his cell phone records, like through T-Mobile, and go on there, but I don't think his like, it's not, password isn't saved and everything like that, so I don't really want to do that, and I feel kind of weird going into that. So I mean, I do have access where I could change all the passwords and like get into stuff, but I just don't know how to, like, I just can't. I can't. And there's only one person that lived in this house besides him. He was pretty much stuck in his room all day, so it's not like he really wanted to do those things, Oh shit, did I put too much light in this one? Oh, my light stopped working. Maybe I overheated it. Okay, so let me read the comments. I don't think he got panic attacks, but then again, I don't know, because he did pretty much like hide himself in the room all day, so that's that. I don't think I've ever talked this much on the freaking phone. Okay. Yeah, I definitely tried limiting some things with him, just because out of love and just to have him find the right joy in life. I felt like that was kind of important. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I did tell him a couple, like, theories that I had and things like that, but he didn't really want to talk about it, which was kind of interesting to me, because someone that does talk about it, once you want to know, more ears, but I don't know. Yeah, she knows who he was, things like that, so, but ultimately to her, it was just what Spirit was trying to tell her to do, and Spirit was telling her to help this man, so. The roommate is pretty much my best friend / my soul mom. So, I know her pretty well. Yeah. Well, sort of religious. I mean, not Bible, like, read this Bible, but, like, you know, there's difference between having religion and being spiritual. You know, no church. No church. No church. Church is full of pedophiles. And also a lot of, like, the new Christian churches and things like that are all satanic to even begin with. But what time is it, you guys? Oh man, it's already 4? Jesus. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to go, because I think I've been on here since, like, 1. I'll be back on, you guys. Maybe early tomorrow. But I'm not sure. Just, I guess my Twitter is Truth of a Flower. So, yeah, the empath. Oh man, me and her are both empaths, so yeah, for sure. So I just want to say thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it. I didn't think it was gonna be like this much talking, but I just really appreciate you guys just being there and really being Isaac's like friend, even if it was through like social media or spirit or things like that. Because for someone that I knew that was so lonely, I mean, if you really understood like how much people supported him and loved him like this, like I really feel like it would have made a huge difference. So I know it's definitely made a huge difference for me. So everybody does need a friend. You just definitely have to watch out those people. But usually you'll see your soul family put together and you'll start seeing things a little differently. And yeah, you just gotta pay attention. So I just appreciate you guys. I really do. Don't talk to randos. Yeah, my mom says don't talk to strangers, Yeah, there's been tons of videos. That's why I just felt like, you know what, I'm gonna have to go with this. And like you guys all saw, the closet, so that's I wanted to start off with. So thanks so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you want to follow on Twitter, that's fine. So I will keep in touch with you guys. So appreciate you guys. Much love. Much love. May God watch over you guys too. Have a blessed one. Thanks, guys. And the dog's okay, you guys. The dog's okay. Tell him to memorize it, I guess. Whatever. What do I have to lose, It's just as what Isaac said. If you have nothing to gain, you got nothing to lose. So, peace, you guys. Much love.